have to be a fan of model trains to appreciate the artistry that is involved in Northlandz in Flemington. We're taking you there in this week's road trip close to home and showing you why it's very deserving of holding a Guinness World Record. 8 miles of train tracks, about 80 trains running at a given time, 45,000 square feet of a miniature wonderland. This is Northlandz.
Northlandz is a creation that is unique to the United States. It is the largest miniature display in the Western Hemisphere. We have at least 70 trains running every day we're open, usually more.
Tell me how all of this got started.
This was built by a gentleman named Bruce Williams. He had built a model railroad in his house. Filled the basement, his creative juices were still flowing, so he decided to add another basement. And then a second and a third, and I think he had up to 4 basements. After that point, his wife said, no more in the house, go do it somewhere else. From that point, he ran this as a museum for 20 years and kept creating.
You see the lights flashing, you see people on the roof, you see a whole scene here. How long does this usually take for you guys to set this up?
A scene like this could take several hours. And that's after you get all the different parts you need. You start off in the town that we call 2% because it represents only 2% of the entire museum. And then you start seeing trains coming along the wall, along the cliffs. You see a city that is getting more and more populated with buildings and such. And then you keep walking and there's more and more and more to see. Each town is a little different.
So I've been meaning to ask, why is it Northlandz with a Z?
Because Bruce's last name, I think was Zaccagnino.
Okay.
And starting with a Z. And
why Northlandz?
That I can't answer, I don't know.
It sounds like magical, like a magical place though.
It is, yeah. And that which fits in with his vision, I think. This is not a children's museum. This is not a museum for the rail fans and the train nuts. This is a museum for anybody to come visit. You're going to get about an hour or so, hour and a half of enjoyment. You know, escape from the world, see a man's vision that was totally different than anything you'll see anywhere else in the United States.
The pictures don't do it justice, too. Northlandz is open on weekends. For ticket information, head to our website, news12.com.